I'm here in my friend Cheapy's village, just spending the night before I head out for Zimbabwe in the morning. So this is my friend James, and over here is Cheapy's daughter Hope, and a friend Innocent. So I will just read the update for you guys real quick. I have this belief, there's a little bit of a confession time, I guess, as these usually are. I have this belief um, deep down that I'm not proud of. This idea that everything gets better as you look back on what happens. I think about the good that has happened and don't really expect or believe that anything like that, let alone something better, could happen now. Maybe something great might happen in the future, but now, not in this moment. The thing is, our greatest days are not only always ahead of us as much as they are right now, because today is the future of yesterday. So pray that I begin to expect great things to happen in the moment, now, rather than one day in the future. And pray that I begin to live for today. There's another feeling that I discovered in my heart that bothers me. I guess I'm glad that God revealed it to me because I could just continue on living unaware like I have been. I know His purpose in showing me is that we can work through it, but it still bothers me that it's been there all this time. There's a subtle feeling that this calling of building the safe home needs to be given to people if it's going to happen. Now, there is some truth in this, but Satan all along has been twisting it the way that he seems to be so good at doing. The truth is that the mission does need to be dispersed in order to become a reality, and without people, it would be impossible. The lie is found in the way that I am motivated to do this. I see that I've been viewing this incredible purpose and vision from God kind of as a burden, like a hot potato that I need to toss to someone else who will bear it. I'm learning that it's not a burden and that I don't need to trick some innocent passerby to take it on. It's an awesome tabernacle that we can share and together see it to its destination and completion. It is something that we can love doing together and that brings unity rather than do apart, causing isolation and loneliness. So pray that I see this beautiful calling placed on my life as something to be shared rather than passed off. One last thing. I have this desire for consistency. I mean, who doesn't, I guess? I want my relationship with God to always be solid and close. I don't want to ever feel distant or unsure of what He is doing and where He is in my life. I just want to stay the same because then it's easy and manageable. I'm coming to discover this longing for consistency is actually, crazy enough, holding back my relationship with Jesus. Really, what I am seeking with God is a relationship that requires me to have no faith, which is really no relationship at all. Faith is scary. When I feel desperate and even scared, I discovered that it is in those moments when God is the closest and doing the most. I'm beginning to see that my life with God is like climbing the face of a mountain. The higher we get, the scarier it is, but the higher we get, the better the view. There are these small caves that I've been looking for security in, but I find that it's always dark and cold, and Jesus is out on the cliff waiting for me to start climbing again. Sometimes I can see the words pouring out of the anticipation in His face, where He says, "It only continues to get more and more beautiful. I can't wait till we make it to the top. You can't imagine how beautiful it will be." The thing is, as we climb, it's easy to forget that there is a rope tied to my harness, which is also tied to His. So or should I say when I fall, I may drop a little bit, but the slack always eventually tightens. It's impossible for me to pull Him off of the mountain. So as I am suspended, regaining my composure, He always waits patiently for me to grab the rocks and continue climbing. So please pray that I will continue to learn these truths and that they will become realities to me. Pray that I don't just admire these truths or even say that I believe them, but rather that I live them out. And just some basic things. Pray for my time in Zimbabwe all next week. I'm leaving early tomorrow morning. I only have one contact that I'm going to make there, and so I will have a really free week other than meeting this one person. And I'm also going to Victoria Falls. At first, I was going to have a friend traveling with me, but he wasn't able to make it. So I began to wonder if I should go to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world all alone, or if I should save it for another time in the future. And as I was just thinking and praying about it, God was like, hello, like, I'm going to be there with you. so I decided to go. All right, so I just have 2 verses. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 9 and 10 says, He will guard the feet of his saints. It is not by strength that one prevails. And then Proverbs 19:21 says, Many are the plans of a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. All right. Thank you guys so much. Say goodbye, James. He's still learning English. All right, cool. See ya.
Yeah, you want